Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to use place value to understand and generalize about the values of digits in multi-digit numbers. So if you look here, we have this chart that has the different place value periods. You know that the ones place value period is up here, and the thousands is up here. And this helps you read and write these multi-digit numbers, and commas separate the different place value periods. So if we have this chart that looks very strange on the board, you can see that there are 9 ones in this chart. There are 7 tens. And another word for 7 tens, if I were to ask you what is the value of the digit in the tens place, you could say 70. We've been talking about that a lot in math. But then if we go to the hundreds, it says there are 43 hundreds, which is confusing. So in order to figure out what this exactly means, we're going to keep this 3 in the hundreds place, and we're going to bring over the 4 into the thousands place. So instead of a 0, this is actually a 4. Then we're going to write that 4 below, and there is a 1 in the 10,000s place. So if I were to write this number in standard form, I would say it looks like this. And I would read that or write it by saying $379. Now, if I were to take this number, we know that this is standard form. And when I say standard, it just means number form. And this is word. And then expanded form is when I take my standard and I stretch it out. And I say, okay, this 1, the value of this 1 is 10,000. So I'm going to write 10,000 plus, I'm going to take the value of this 4, which I know is 4,000, and add that. Then I'm going to take the value of my 3 in the hundreds place, and I know that is 300. And then I'm going to take the value of my tens place, which is 70. And then I'm going to take the value of my ones, which is 9. And that's how you write the standard word and expanded form for this number, 14,379. Now, if we were to look here, we have a chart that looks something similar to the last one, where it's a little confusing. We know that there can only be 1 digit in each column, and so this would be a 3. This stays a 0. This stays a 0, and we know that there is a comma between the ones and the thousands, period, and so we add our comma. And then remember, this first number to the right is going to stay there. And then you're going to take this number and say, okay, this is 59, but this 9 stays, and we circle the 5, and it moves over to the 100,000s place. So then this 9 represents 9 10,000s or 90,000s if we were to find the value. And then this 5 is 500,000. So if we were to write this in standard form, we would say 5, and this is for B, 597,003. Now we have C. And if you look, there are 1,502 ones. And we know that our 2 is going to stay here. So we got that. Then we're going to move our 150 over to the tens. But we're going to keep this number. And we're going to move our 15 over to the hundreds. And we'll keep this 5 here, and then we're going to move our ones over to the thousands. So our answer to C in standard form is 1,502. Now for homework, you're going to do something so similar. However, when you get to this part over here, you can see that this 5, you know the 5 stays. You can say, okay, the 7 is going to come over here. And this 1 is going to be added to the 2400s, which would then equal 25. So every time you bring a number over, if there's already a digit there, you're going to add that to the place. Okay. So you can pause the video now to help you complete your homework. And remember, at any time, you can go back and rewatch this video. For this specific problem, you need to complete the standard, word, and expanded form for your homework. You don't need to write this whole chart if you don't want to. It might help you to write the actual chart. But I'll be looking and checking the standard, word, and expanded form tomorrow in your homework. I hope you have a good night, and we will continue working on place value and multi-digit numbers tomorrow.